680's Richard Southern joins us. And Richard, what a fantastic Friday on Bay Street. In fact, the TSX closing at an all-time high.
Yeah, rewriting the record books this Friday on Bay Street, Francis. The TSX, as you saw off the top, finishing just a hair shy of the 16,000 point mark. So this is a record. It took out the previous record, which was set back in February. You know, it was an awful year on Bay Street up until about Labor Day, and it's been straight up since then, with the banking stocks coming back to life, really reflecting the improving Canadian economy. Royal Bank, TD Bank hitting record highs in the past couple of days. Energy stocks starting to surge as well as oil gets close to $54 per barrel. So things looking a lot better on Bay Street. Still, TSX up only 4.3% on the year, underperforming what's happening on Wall Street. Francis, the Wall Street market closed at a record today. Amazon stock shooting way up on strong earnings, making its CEO, Jeff Bezos, the richest person in the world. He made $7 billion just today.
Is that all?
How was your
day? $7 billion today.
Because of the Amazon stock going straight up. So Jeff Bezos, he's a happy camper. You know what? So are Toronto investors now.
Hopefully he treats his family to dinner or something. You know?
Brings them out to Swiss Chalet or something.
Yeah, really. So mortgage experts are predicting the housing market to surge over the upcoming holiday season. Yeah,
you know, the reason for that, Francis, is because on January 1st, new mortgage rules come into effect. New stress tests for buyers will happen in the new year. They're going to make sure you'll be able to handle higher interest rates down the road if you're applying for a mortgage. So many in the industry believe that Santa's going to bring some higher housing prices towards the end of the year as buyers look to get in before those new rules take effect on January 1st. It's believed that, you know, only those paying with cash without any debt transactions will be the only one unscathed by these new rules. So could see a hot housing market as the weather cools off, Francis.
Something else that's hot, the iPhone 10. Pre-orders are apparently off the charts.
Yeah, the pre-orders for this brand new phone, which we're looking at here, started at midnight this morning, and Apple says that, yeah, they're completely off the charts. In fact, demand for this expected to outstrip supply. Apple has had some problems with it on the production line. The issue has been the camera on it's difficult to make, so they don't think they're going to have enough ready for all the people that want it. Of course, it's not cheap, around 1,600 Canadian without a contract. And don't break the screen. It was revealed today, Francis, that the iPhone 10 will have the costliest price to replace the screen at almost $300.
Wow.
Make sure you get a case on that one.
For a $1,600 phone.
Yeah, be careful with it.
So it is the rise of the machines at Walmart, the retailer beginning to put robots to work. Are they our new greeters?
Yeah, I guess so. I don't know. I mean, here it is. This is it, right? So the robots, they're going to be roaming the aisles now at some Walmart locations. They're testing this out at 50 stores in the States. The robots scan the aisles for out-of-stock items, for items put in the wrong place by customers.
Wow.
They look for incorrect prices, and they alert the human workers to all the errors. Francis, here's the depressing part of this. Walmart's chief technology officer says these robots are 50% more efficient than humans, and they also scan the shelves 3 times quicker than us humans do. Thanks so much for that. Again, they're testing those at 50 Walmarts in the States.
So if you want that personal touch in the aisle, I guess not, huh?
Buzz, buzz, click, click. That's all you're going to get.
A Rolex, once owned by Paul Newman, has now become the most expensive watch ever sold.
Oh, and this is unbelievable. Look at it. 17. It is beautiful. The value, though, Francis, a little bit less to do with the watch itself and more to do with the provenance of the story behind it. $17.8 million for this Rolex Cosmograph Daytona. It was a gift to Paul Newman from his wife, Joanne Woodward. On the back of the watch, it was engraved, "Drive carefully." That was her message to him. It has 3 black dials decorated in a cream color, encased in a stainless steel rim with a tachometer. But again, it has more to do with Paul Newman, who was never seen without this watch. So that's why they paid top dollar for it, Francis.
You know, Christmas is coming up, Richard. If you got it for me, I'll be really happy.
Yeah, okay, I'll just get $17.8 million out of the ATM.
Get it together.
Yep.
So it's an old school Halloween candy that not everyone loves. You remember those Kerr molasses kisses? But now they're fighting the haters on Twitter.
Do you like these?
No.
You don't? I love these things.
They weren't bad. They weren't bad.
Yeah, they're nice. So, you know, they kind of get stuck to your teeth, get stuck to the wrapper. You know, they're made right here in Toronto by Kerr's Candy. But there's a big backlash now. The Financial Post had an article out the other day entitled "End the Scourge of the Molasses Kiss Candy." And so the company is pushing back. This is their Twitter account. They're responding to all the haters with, some fun responses. I'm just off the phone, Francis, with Ryan Martic, the president of Kerr's Candy.
They are divisive. They are definitely polarizing. You either love molasses or you don't. We know that.
You weren't too surprised then when you read that?
We weren't overly surprised. So right now we have a Twitter poll, and so far it's 60-40. So 60% of the votes are for I'd live in a molasses kisses kingdom, and 40% voted for best to patch a flat tire.
Now, you guys have done an interesting job as far as sort of answering the critics on Twitter, haven't you?
Well, we're keeping it light and fun because, really, it's candy. It's all about light and fun and the spirit of the season. And they're making 20 million of them this year right here in the Toronto area, Francis.
What was your favorite Halloween treat?
I really like the kisses and the rockets. You know those the little tiny rockets.
Hated the rockets. Loved the bag of chips.
Chips, you can't go wrong with chips.
No, they were so rare in my neighborhood.
Just no apples. Can we keep the fruit out? Yeah.
Okay, have a great weekend, Richard.
Thanks, Francis.
Here's Adrian Gogreel.